Walking alters your brain when you suffer from depression. But it never comes easily. Depression cannot be cured just like the flu or an infection. In order to overcome this disease, you have to address the problem from a different approach. First, if your doctor recommends it, you can pursue treatments with medication, complemented by the appropriate therapy. Neurologists also approach this process by discussing what's known as neuroplasticity. Experiencing new stimuli and new sensations that are intense and meaningful can reactivate your neural connections. Something as simple as going for a walk every day in an outdoor setting can be very therapeutic. Today we'll explore all the information. It's worth remembering. If you suffer from depression, don't forget, go for a walk. Scott Langschnecker, a psychiatrist at the University of Illinois, explains that one of the factors that often triggers depression is ruminant thought. People go through certain times when they become obsessed with negative or fatalistic ideas. It's like an endless refrain. Negative thoughts pile on top of each other until eventually, you've generated a fatalistic emotional process that causes you to fall into your own black hole. Routines, living in small spaces, and even relating to the same people all the time can further intensify this ruminant thought. Depression can be much more common in urban settings than in smaller towns or villages that are more in touch with nature. But it's not like we can all afford to drop everything and go live on a mountain. You just need to find a couple of hours for yourself to simply connect with nature. If you suffer from depression, go for a walk every day in a park, a forest, or along a beach. Choose any green area where it's easy to walk. Here's what you'll start to notice after a few days: your mood changes. When you do some exercise, even just a half-hour walk, your brain releases endorphins. Endorphins interact with the receptors in your brain to reduce your perceptions of sadness, negativity, and even pain. As neurologists will explain, endorphins provide pleasurable sensations, which many describe as a runner's high. It's a positive and energizing feeling that triggers a break in obsessive and fatalistic thinking. It helps you put a lot of things into perspective. Promotes neuronal connections. We said before that there is an association between neuronal disconnection and depression. It's interesting to know that moderate but regular exercise can improve the performance of your brain. Something incredible is achieved in a variety of ways. First of all, it seems that something known as neurogenesis creates new brain cells. Your heart rate is regulated, the brain receives more oxygen, and it also favors the release of more pleasant, positive, and motivating neurochemicals. All of this internal chemistry creates new cells and favors stronger neural connections. These benefits won't be apparent on the first day or the second. You need to be consistent with your daily exercise routine. Just take a walk for a half an hour every day, remembering that these are moments to yourself. Moments of pleasure. Walking enhances your creativity. You might be wondering how creativity can help you when you're suffering from depression. Believe it or not, this powerful ability to encourage improvement will help you see a more positive path ahead for your recovery. Walking relaxes you. Every step you take and every breath of oxygen that you breathe in stimulates your brain. It is in these moments of connection with yourself and your welfare that suddenly so many things will come into perspective. In turn, you'll think of new ideas. Positive thinking is a way to go about breaking the little chains that imprison you in your depressive state. It's possible that when you go for a walk you'll have new ideas. That creativity doesn't need to be related to something artistic. We already talked about that personal ingenuity that will help you climb out of your dark hole. Overcoming depression is not easy, but a new dream, a project, a desire, and later, a decision that changes everything will one day appear.